It's Wednesday and I have so much to rant about.
This is a world premiere. This is a world.
I have not just had a real rant in so long. I know I've done Wednesday and it's been Hump Day and it's Rant Day, but I really haven't had a reason to just be pissed off about something. And today I'm feeling that, but I have to temper it a little bit because the first thing that I want to do is thank everyone for contributing to the GoFundMe campaign, which I believe just went over $1,800. I'm hoping to reach the halfway mark by Saturday when I'm going to be raffling off 3 sets of the coasters. And there's Jack. Is this what things are going to be like now? Okay, anyway, so continuing on with my little rant. So first of all, I want to show you guys this t-shirt. This is one of the t-shirts that you can have if you make a donation. There's a video that's been floating around basically talking about what's happening in Utah and the fact that a candidate has kind of emerged on the scene and is taking the conservative vote in Utah. And so this one individual gets on and starts talking about, and along the same lines as you hear, third-party voting, and this is just an attempt for Donald Trump to lead. So first of all, the fact that the person is, and I know that I have viewers who support Donald Trump. And, I love all of you. I love all of you so much. But I don't understand it. I don't understand the love of Donald Trump. I don't necessarily understand the love of Hillary Clinton, but at least Hillary has the sense to pretend that she's a decent person. That's what I'm saying. At least Hillary Clinton has the sense to pretend that she's a decent person. Donald Trump, but it just goes to show that the reasons people have to fear Donald Trump, you have, if you're black, you have a reason to fear Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a racist, right? Donald Trump is racist. He has come right out and made terribly racist remarks, right? So I know as a black person that ain't no hope for me with a Donald Trump, a Donald Trump presidency. But to be honest with you, I don't think there's really hope for black people in America, regardless of who is elected president, right? So let's live in reality, right? So one of the things that struck me is while I don't know if you guys have been watching the live streams, but in the live stream we had Brian Hernandez from The Onion Night, and he spoke about black people voting for Hillary Clinton and how it doesn't make sense for black people to vote for Hillary Clinton because her policies don't really reflect a progressive attitude about, the state of black people in this country. None of them do. Trust me, there's not a politician out there really. I mean, maybe, Baraka, by virtue of being an African American, might have some concerns for the black community, but I'm telling you right now, I don't think that nobody's going to be talking about reparations. Nobody's going to have reparations as part of their platform, right? So before people get too bent out of shape about, how political I am, you have to understand that from my perspective, the political system as it exists right now is not going to be benefiting African Americans. The programs that people may think of as benefiting African Americans don't actually benefit African Americans. Many of the welfare programs really only serve to keep black people subjugated, to keep black people in poverty, to keep black people as a permanent minority, to keep black people as a permanent lower class in America. So I'm not really all of that. I've told you guys many, many times that I don't mess with the state. I try not to mess with the state at all because as far as I'm concerned, the state has been at war with Africans since the 16th century. So that's where I am on that, right? And I just feel like I needed to express that before people started to get a little too touchy-feely in terms of, oh, the political thing and how great. I am glad to be able to engage in political discussions with all of you. I am glad to be able to bring you, to have guests like David Cobb, who is the campaign manager for the Stein Baraka campaign. I am really glad to be able to engage in those discussions with you, but don't be fooled into thinking that I believe that any of this is a sign of hope on the horizon for Africans in the United States and Black people in the world, because racism is alive and well. Let me give you an example. I live in a city that is 80% Black, and yet I can go into a restaurant where there is no other Black person present, okay? You don't have to work to get a Black clientele in Detroit. You have to work to not have Blacks in your establishment. So when I go into an establishment and I don't see any Black people, I know that racism is alive and well. How is it that out of the blue, a man that I'm not even interested in feels that it is okay to tell me that they're not into Black people? What does that mean? What does I'm not attracted to Black people mean? And then the person says, but it's just my personal choice. I'm sorry. If your personal choice is that you don't get down with Black people, you're racist. Your personal choice is to be racist. It's ridiculous to me how when it comes to talking about romantic interest and talking about, people's life partner, which is where your essence lies, right? You're talking about like essentially who you are as a person, who you would select as a life partner. If you are thinking about who you would select as a life partner based on the color of their skin, you are a racist. You are a racist. That's the definition of the word. And I'm so sorry. Your personal choice is being racist, because basically what you're saying is no Black person could ever, satisfy me. No Black person could ever be interesting enough for me to have a long-term relationship with. What? I don't think Black people aren't sexy. Black people are only sexy if I can own them, if they be my slave. What is that? That is just. So, that's another thing that I was ranting about. Anyway, so to get back to this video about the politics, this particular character goes on in this video, one, to talk about how, socialism is destroying the country. And if you think about it, socialism gives us publicly maintained highways. Socialism gives us, let's not even talk about public education and things like that, but socialism gives us the military. We wouldn't be able to have a military industrial complex without a socialism, right? That's a socialist idea, that there is a government controlled armed force. So these are some of the things that are just wearing on me today as we move into this election that is a week away now, as we, as I develop this space in Detroit and discover more and more how overtly racism is alive and well and operating in the United States. And if you want to know the details, look it up. Because you can just Google the word. You can just Google what screwed up thing happened to Black people today in America. And you will find enough articles to keep you busy for a little while. So I just want to, that's it. So I just want to thank you guys for being on the channel. I just needed to stand in front of this camera and pull my hair out. I haven't been doing my regular mukbangs. I don't have an opportunity to just talk to you. So today had to be the day that I just went off. And now I'm gonna take Jack. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna chill out. And we're gonna leave all this nonsense behind. Thanks, Mad Blender, for shouting me out. Yeah, I'm gonna be eating some banana ice cream for you. But until then, that's it for this video. Like it. If you like it, share, comment, subscribe. This is Reg signing off. Love yourself. Peace.
And I love myself.